Republican Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is confused. Well, that's nothing new, but he's confused about why masks, face coverings became a political issue. Here is what Ron DeSantis had to say during, I guess you'd call it a press briefing this week. Take a look.
Since I've been governor, I think any issue that has any type of and I don't know why the masks have politics around it. Let the parents make the decision that's best for their kids. If you want the mask, do it. If you don't. That's fine. But, we have unions involved, and the same unions that wanted schools closed all of last year. Remember, we were in court last year at this time because they sued me to close the schools. We were getting kids back in school. We understood how important that was for parents and for kids to be learning and all this stuff.
It's so confusing. Why is it political? Who would do such a thing? Well, let's start with you, Ron. You have been one of the leaders in the United States politicizing not just masks, but the entire pandemic. You're the one whose website right now is actually selling "Don't Fauci My Florida" gear. You're raising money by attacking Fauci because it plays well with your base, who still isn't quite believing that the pandemic is happening to them. So don't even. You lying sack of turds. That's what that is. That's what you just witnessed, by the way, in that segment. Don't even think of him as a human being. Think of him as an anthropomorphic sack of turds up there, dressed in a nice suit, saying these idiotic things because he knows damn well he has been politicizing masks and the entire pandemic since day one. So have many Republicans across the country, trying to make it seem like Democrats want to muzzle you. Does that sound familiar, folks? Democrats want to silence you with the mask. Oh, people are getting sick because they can't breathe through the masks. This is all ridiculous. Republicans have been doing this, and it's insane to suggest that I don't know why it's political. It's political because you idiots thought you had an advantage by attacking these things. Because I'm assuming at the beginning of this, you didn't think, much like nobody else really thought, the pandemic would still be going on 18 months later. I think all of us had thought, okay, yeah, we got to get through a rough 2020. The vaccines rolled out in early 2021. We're going to be over this. We're going to be good. Nope. Especially here in Florida, literally worse than ever, Ron. And part of the reason for that is because you politicize masks. You passed laws preventing cities, localities, all of them from being able to enforce mask mandates, saying that they can't fine people who do not comply. And then, by the way, you signed the ban on mask mandates themselves. See, a lot of people don't remember that. That first it was just you can't enforce your mask mandates. Oh, you can put them in place, sure. But you can't punish people if they do not comply, thereby making the mandates pointless. But then he came back with his other order and said, nope, you know what? You can't even have mask mandates. You can't have mask mandates for school. You can't tell kids they have to wear a mask because, like he says in the clip there, it should be up to the parents. Well, one thing we've learned during this pandemic, Ron, is that parents are idiots. They're throwing temper tantrums, causing schools in Florida to go into lockdown because of their idiotic temper tantrum over masks. You did that, by the way. You did that. This is on you. You politicize this stuff. You owned this. You don't get to go out there and play the fool, acting like you don't know why they're political. But again, as I always have to point out, he's only pretending to be stupid about that. I know we dislike Ron DeSantis, but he's not an idiot. Let's be honest. He's not an idiot. He pretends to be an idiot because he thinks it plays well with his idiotic base, right? They think they got somebody they can relate to. He is playing them by playing the fool. And that is exactly what he was doing in that clip. Pretending to be stupid because it thinks he's going to win over the stupid people who are probably going to vote for him anyway.